Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kirk Downing. I am the superintendent of the Nashoba Regional School District. It gives me great pleasure at this time to welcome you to the groundbreaking ceremony for the new Nashoba Regional High School. As you can tell just over my shoulder, we're a few days late, but that's okay. That's okay. To begin, will you please rise if you are able for a performance of the Star Spangled Banner by the Nashoba Regional High School Chorus led by Eric Miller.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Say, oh, say, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We'll have a chance to introduce them at the end of the ceremony, but very grateful to Director Joe McCarthy and the Nashoba Regional High School Band for welcoming you all with some music this morning. So thank you to those students and Mr. McCarthy as well. This will help. 6 years ago, at the direction of the Nashoba Regional School Committee, Superintendent Brooke Clenchy submitted a request to the Massachusetts School Building Authority to be considered for a feasibility study that would outline the capital improvements needed to improve the physical plant of Nashoba Regional High School. Initially denied, Nashoba was accepted into feasibility in 2019 and only its second submission. Those of you familiar with the application process know that is actually quite expedient. That was an early indicator that something substantial needed to be done to address the facility deficiencies of our aging high school. In the spring of 2020, the voters of our three towns approved funding for feasibility, and we were off. Fast forward in the process, it was determined through feasibility study that repairing or remodeling the existing school were not fiscally responsible options to address our needs, and the decision was made to advance the option of new construction. With the support of the Massachusetts School Building Authority, our residents were asked to approve a $241 million project, with the MSBA supporting the project with an estimated $64 million. As a result, our residents accepted the responsibility of funding the project to the tune of $177 million. The rising cost of construction during and post-pandemic pushed the cost of our project to a level that shocked us all. However, what was clear is that the cost to do what was necessary was never going to go down in the future. In September 2023, the voters of our three towns decided to invest in the future of our children by approving the cost to construct a new Nashoba Regional High School. We were humbled by the decisions of our residents, knowing that many in our communities voted no on the project due to high construction costs, the prospect of rising taxes, and having fixed incomes. Well, shortly after the approval, we received some good news. During budget development in the spring and summer of 2023, many state legislators, including the representatives and senators that are with us today, recognized the impact post-pandemic construction costs had on school building projects that were already under construction or that were seeking approval. Through the supplemental budget process, our representatives were successful in securing $270 million in grant funding for those projects. While that addressed the cost of current projects and future projects, it did not help us at the time because we were caught between those two groups. Recognizing that as an issue, an additional $100 million of supplemental grants was approved. Of this amount, the Nashoba Regional High School building project will receive approximately $16 million additional dollars, lowering the burden to taxpayers to $161 million. Join me in thanking our senators and representatives for advocating for our citizens. Their efforts have helped lessen the burden of funding this project today and in the future. And it's with that recognition that I now want to introduce the legislators who are with us today. We are blessed being a regional district that spans 2 counties to have 5 representatives at the state level. And I will introduce them in alphabetical order and invite them to say a few words in that turn. So, representing the Worcester and Middlesex district, and specifically the town of Lancaster, Senator John Cronin.
Thank you, Superintendent, and good morning, everybody. It's such a pleasure to be here with you all, and I want to give it makes it extra special to be here with the legislative delegation that represents this regional school district. Speaker Pro Tem Hogan, Representative Meg Kilcoyne, Senator Kennedy, and Senator Eldridge. The superintendent mentioned it, but there was a lot of work that went into addressing the rising costs from COVID, and it's something that this delegation is very proud of, to be able to have provided some meaningful relief to the tune of $16 million to taxpayers in the region. When you consider how complex it is to take on projects like this one, there is an element that is amazing, that anything gets built anywhere ever. And that has been especially true during COVID. It is complex to cite a project. It's complex to fund it. It's complex to take regional agreements that fund this school district and take it to town meeting and get it approved. Environmental mitigation is complex, and things don't get easier, as the superintendent mentioned. So today is truly a day for celebration. It's something that every stakeholder who is here, who met 1,000 different moments when lesser people and lesser advocates would say, it's just too much, and quit and walk away. It's a day for everybody here with that scar tissue who powered on and went forward to really celebrate the legacy that's being left for this community. A high school is the lifeblood and the beating heart of this region, and it is going to benefit kids from Bolton and Lancaster and Stowe for generations to come. And that's something all of us can be proud of, and an example of partnerships at every level of government that allowed it to happen. So I am excited to be here. I'm excited to be here to celebrate with all of you, and I look forward to the ribbon cutting.
Representing the Middlesex and Worcester district, reverse, and the town of Stowe, Senator James B. Eldridge.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much, Superintendent. Wonderful to be here for the groundbreaking of the new Nashoba Regional High School. Wonderful to be here with my colleagues, and clearly, as you can hear from Senator Cronin's comments and the superintendent's comments, this really was a delegation effort. I am proud, as the superintendent mentioned, to represent the town of Stowe for the past 16 years, and actually as a state representative, I represented the town of Lancaster for 6 years. So very familiar with the Nashoba School District, one of the best school districts in the entire state. And I think the new school and this commitment to making sure that we bring on new schools for every community is really a testament to saying gratitude to teachers, to staff, to administrators, to parents, and of course to students, that given the great work that you're doing, given the excellence that you have here, one of the ways that we pay tribute to that is making sure you have 21st century buildings, 21st century classrooms to provide the best possible education, to really provide the support, especially for teachers who do such amazing job here at the Nashoba Regional School District. So I'm so excited to be here. I want to thank the Nashoba Regional School Committee for all their work. Thank the building committee as well. Superintendent, thank you so much for steering this district and this high school through some challenging times. And as Senator Cronin said, the delegation worked very hard over the past couple years to provide this additional state funding. I want to thank the Mass School Building Authority. I know they're here and they did a tremendous job as well, but it's pretty rare to provide that additional amount of state funding really for any new building project, whether it's public safety, school, etc. So this was really a testament to our commitment as a legislative delegation to making sure we got to this exciting celebration for the groundbreaking. So congratulations, and again, so honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Now representing the 3rd Middlesex District in the towns of Stowe and Bolton, and champion of the Nashoba EMT program, I would like to invite State Representative and Speaker Pro Tem Kate Hogan.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I am so delighted to be here today. There is nothing like a groundbreaking. The future is here. We're about to begin. It is so exciting. We're your partners in the legislature, and there are times like these where we are very, very aware of that. So I bring with me a citation from the State House, and that's always a good nature, and I want to leave it with you. The Nashoba Regional School District, in recognition of the celebration of Nashoba Regional High School groundbreaking. Congratulations, everyone, and have a great school.
Thank you for that, Representative Hogan, and we will make sure to have that properly framed and posted in our new high school when we enter those doors in fall of 2027. Now, representing the 1st Worcester District and the town of Bolton, Senator Robin Kennedy.
Thank you so much, Kirk. The benefit of having your name at near the end of the alphabet in this delegation, as well as being the newest member of this delegation, I have the pleasure of being able to mostly, by and large, say ditto, and also say thank you so much. I want to acknowledge the powerhouse that is this delegation. I want to thank my colleague and friend John Cronin, who I know was a stellar champion for Bolton for a couple of years. I learned, clarify, a couple of years before Bolton joined the 1st Worcester District, and I'm incredibly proud to be able to represent this amazing community now. But I want to thank him for his leadership in this effort, and certainly my colleague Senator Eldridge, Speaker Pro Tem Hogan, who I have the very distinct pleasure of representing Bolton with, and Representative Kilcoyne, who I know is also a champion for our communities here for the Nashoba District. Every child deserves a state-of-the-art facility. Education is our greatest equalizer, and it is about making sure that every child has access to not only a state-of-the-art facility, but the education of the future. And here, not only with the comprehensive programming and with the facility that will be built, but also meeting the needs of the community, like the EMT programming. And thank you to Representative Hogan for her leadership on that. This represents the future that we need to have. And I'm incredibly grateful to be here. While I can most say thank you, I also look forward to working with all of you, with Dr. Boynton as a champion, to make sure that as those bumps come up along the way, which we know with construction, bumps always come up, that I will be a partner with you, with our delegation, to make sure that in short order, we're all back here again, cutting a ribbon to a beautiful new facility. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. And on that point, Consigli Construction actually reassured us there will be no bumps. I kid. Representing the 12th Worcester District in the town of Lancaster, State Representative Megan Kilcoyne.
Thank you so much, and having the benefit of serving with a 5-member delegation, I also get to, as the senator said, essentially say ditto. I think my colleagues hit so many of the important points of why we're here. A groundbreaking is such an exciting time. It means that
we are about to embark on a journey to create an amazing new facility that can truly meet the needs of the students today. And I think being here, I was actually surprised when I came in and saw so many people here at this groundbreaking ceremony, and seeing the band play and the chorus play earlier. You guys did amazing, by the way. You're incredibly talented. And yes, give them a round of applause. They deserve it. But I think your presence here, your ability to have these performances to mark this occasion is really what it's all about. We all wanted to help and do our small part to make this project come to fruition, because you here deserve
the best that we can give you. And I know you may not be here to see the end of it, depending on where you are in your high school career, but just know that we did everything we could to make this project happen, because in order to really truly provide a quality education, we need to make sure that our facilities can keep up with the need and the demand.
So thank you especially to the students for being here and showing us your gifts and your talents. You're a reason why we're here today, and your presence, your journey is going to make the future path for students even better.
So I salute you here, and I'll leave it there.
At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce you to the principal of Nashoba Regional High School, Dr. Kate Boynton, who will in turn introduce some special students who are joining us today. Dr. Boynton.
To move that down. Good morning, everyone. This is such an exciting day for the Nashoba Regional High School community. Just over 3 years ago, we engaged in a dynamic and inspiring visioning process about the future of education for the students of Nashoba. I'm pleased to say that Ava Wyman, Ava, please stand. Ava was one of the students who joined in the visioning session, and our student voice was so powerful over those 3 days. Our new state-of-the-art high school will be the physical manifestation of this visioning process and will offer our students an unparalleled learning environment. Our commitment to fostering innovation pathways in business and advanced manufacturing, as well as our signature programming, such as our EMT cadet program, will empower our students to explore their passions and develop critical skills for the future. I'd like to take this opportunity to have our 3 cadets please stand, as well as Ms. Hilliger, our advisor. We've joined by Braden Dupree, Matthew Bastieri, and Maxwell Libby Grantham, of our senior EMT cadets. Thank you. These programs will provide students with opportunities to engage in hands-on, real-world learning experiences. As one example, the EMT classroom will be outfitted with a mock ambulance. That's pretty exciting. Through collaboration with local businesses and higher education institutions, our students will gain valuable insights and practical skills that will set them apart in the competitive global landscape. Moreover, our portrait of a Nashoba graduate competencies will be the core of our educational approach. Our students will develop not only academic knowledge, but also essential skills such as critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. These competencies are crucial for success in the 21st century and will ensure that our graduates are well prepared to thrive in any endeavor they choose to pursue. As we break ground today, we are not just building a new school. We're laying the foundation for a brighter future. This new facility will be a hub of innovation, a place where students are inspired to dream big and are equipped with the tools and experiences to achieve those dreams. We're creating an environment that nurtures curiosity, fosters resilience, and cultivates leadership. Thank you to everyone who's been part of this journey, from our dedicated educators and staff to the supportive families, community members, and legislators. Together, we're shaping a future of education at Nashoba Regional High School. Let's celebrate this milestone. Look forward to the incredible possibilities that lie ahead. Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to recognize our 3 honored student guests: Hansika Komanavansha, class of 2024 from Lancaster; Olivia Vogel, class of 2028 from Bolton. Olivia will be the first class that graduates from the new building. And then Madeline Karen, class of 2031 from Stowe, who who will be the first class that enters the new high school as ninth graders. Come on up, my friends.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hansika Kumanavansha, and I'm a member and president of the class of 2024. As I stand before you all today, reflecting on my journey through high school, I am overwhelmed with gratitude for the myriad of opportunities, as well as the battles I've had to face that have shaped me into the person and leader I am today. From serving as class president from freshman year to being a student representative on the school committee the past 2 years and much more, Nashoba has proven to be fertile ground for my personal and academic growth. I would like to thank and appreciate everything that all of Nashoba's teachers, staff, and admin, especially Dr. Boynton and Superintendent Downing, do for what they've done for fostering a school culture that is safe and encouraging for all students to thrive. Throughout the past 4 years, I've discovered my passions and honed my skills in ways I never thought were possible. Whether it was through organizing school events, leading clubs, collaborating with my peers on projects, and refining my creativity and presentation skills through DECA, each experience has pushed me to step out of my comfort zone and embrace new challenges. I have learned who I am and who I want to be. I recognize that I want to be known amongst my peers and community, not just for my diverse background, but also for the contributions I make to our society. However, as I look towards the future and the plans for a new building, I can't help but envision an even brighter horizon for the students of Nashoba Regional High School. I imagine not only a new building, but new opportunities and experiences for everyone. I see a new building that not only will provide state-of-the-art facilities and cutting-edge technology, but also serves as a hub for student empowerment and exploration. In this new facility, I hope for students to be able to have a voice, a platform to express their ideas, concerns, and aspirations. Whether through student councils, forums, or suggestion boxes, every voice should be heard and valued, ensuring that our school community is truly representative of its diverse student body. Moreover, the new building would foster an environment where students can explore their passions freely and effectively, from dedicated spaces for music, art, STEM, and sports, to mentorship programs, internships, and the Innovation Pathways program. I hope every student will have the resources and support they need to pursue their interests and dreams. But perhaps most importantly, I see this new building bridging the gap between the classroom and the real world, allowing students to have the chance to apply their knowledge in meaningful ways, gaining valuable skills and insights that extend beyond the confines of academia. In conclusion, the journey through high school is not just about academic achievement. I believe it's about discovering who we are, what we are passionate about, and how we can make a difference in our communities. With the promise of a new building and programs that prioritize student voice, passion, and real-world connections, I have no doubt that the future of Nashoba Regional High School is brighter than ever before. Thank you. I'm also so excited to be joined by these other student representatives who I'll let introduce themselves and their connection, again, to Nashoba Regional High School.
Well, that's a really tough act to follow. But my name is Olivia Gogol. I am representing the class of 2028, and I will be the first class to graduate from our new lovely high school that they're building.
My name is Maddie Karen. I'm representing the class of 2031, the first class to attend all 4 years at the high school.
Thank you, students. Hansi, it's clear you're coming from my job, which I will gladly give up to you. Okay. It's at this time I would like to acknowledge our school committee chairperson, Ms. Leah Viverito, who has helped lead a lot of this work. And also Ms. Amy Cohen, our vice chair, who leads communications for the building project. And asked to come up to recognize the building committee, our secretary and school building committee chair, Mr. Joe Gleason.
Thank you, Kirk, and thank you all for being here today. On behalf of our chair from the district committee, Ms. Leah Viverito, our vice chair, Ms. Cohen, I'd like to welcome you all to the groundbreaking ceremony here today. I've been asked to speak just very briefly regarding the contributions of our building committee. I personally I'm not going to identify each member individually. It would take too long. We have a committee of 21 individuals who have worked tirelessly, over the past 3.5 years to bring this project to fruition. Our committee is made up of 14 community members and 6 advisory members, along with our superintendent, who have done yeoman's effort over the past 3.5 years to bring this project to this point today. In thinking about public acknowledgements, there are a couple things I wanted to say about a couple of individuals. And I want to quote a superintendent that I used to work with in another district, who was very fond of talking about, when effort is required, carrying the heavy water. There are 2 individuals who have really carried the heavy water in bringing us here today. The first has already been recognized by Superintendent Downing, and that would be our former superintendent, Brooke Clenchy. In addition to that, the other individual who has worked tirelessly to bring us here today is our current superintendent, Mr. Kirk Downing. So thank you, Kirk, and thank you, Brooke. In closing, I just want to recognize 2 other individuals. They're not part of our district. They work for our own project manager. For those of you who aren't aware, our owner's project manager works sort of in the position of an advocate for our district in helping us bring this project to where it is. And those individuals who carry the heavy water for me are our owner's project manager representative, Ms. Mary Ann Williams, and the woman I can't do this job as chair of the building committee without my fellow Durante, Ms. C. Nguyen. So thank you, C. Thank you, Mary Ann, for everything you do. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Superintendent Downing.
Thank you, Attorney Gleason. We would not be having this moment today if we did not have the MSBA partnering with us. At this time, I would like to invite the Executive Director of the MSBA, Ms. Mary Piketty, to say a few words. Mary?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here today. I'm joined by our Chief Executive Officer, Jim McDonald, in the audience. Certainly on behalf of Treasurer Goldberg and all of the MSBA, we want to say congratulations. I have been in the Executive Director position for a year, and when I attend these events, I'm quite often asked, do you get tired of going? And the answer after 1 year is absolutely not. There is no way that you could ever tire of coming to an event, seeing the culmination of years of hard work to get to this point, and the excitement and energy that you're all bringing to move it forward. I would also share with you that my predecessor, Jack McCarthy, who many of you probably know, always referred to a quote from a Salt Lake City reporter, Ballantyne, who would say that a school is a building of 4 walls with the future inside. And this ceremony and your celebration of your students and your emphasis on the educational program has just demonstrated complete evidence of that. I also want to share that in addition to the conversations about the forward-thinking educational value that this new school will bring for the students, it's also been a great partnership of the district and its teams, Skanska, Castle Booze, and Consigli, in really creating a forward-thinking building with an emphasis on green design. From pointing out the 80 geothermal wells that are about to start, also all the design features that focus on net zero ready and net zero water, compliance with the state's highest energy code that will be used to heat and cool the building, has actually earned the district an additional 4%, along with a focus on indoor air quality, an additional 4% of grant dollars from the MSBA. Yes, congratulations to you all for, the price tag of this project is high, but congratulations to all of you for staying the course and making sure your building has that. It's also been shared with me that you're focusing on reducing light pollution, reducing heat island effects, focusing on reducing rainwater runoff, potable water use both indoors and outdoors, either through low flow plumbing fixtures or using native plantings throughout the site that don't require irrigation. That's the level of detail that goes into a school design of this nature that will make it really a school of the future. And has been mentioned, I want to certainly commend the support and advocacy from your legislative delegation, who are so well represented here today with their passion for all of you, passion for this school. The MSBA was pleased to be able to partner with the legislators as the cost of increasing construction costs just took off in the beginning of 2022. And thanks to that legislation in 2023, the MSBA does have additional flexibility to increase our funding limits. And as has been mentioned, we were able, in addition to the legislation of the $100 million, the MSBA recognized the sort of between position that Nashoba was in, and we were able to increase funding for an additional 9 districts because of the legislative activity that you all put your energies into. So thank you for that. Can't be here on a day like today without the local leadership that's been talked about, the committee representatives, but probably most important, all the taxpayers who went to support this building. There is what made today happen and what will continue to make the school happen. So on behalf of Treasurer Goldberg, I just want to once again say thank you for having us at your groundbreaking. We look forward to being back at the ribbon cutting to see the end results. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. We're almost there. There are some folks I would like to recognize regarding the construction of our school. Our operations project manager, as noted by our building committee chair, Ms. Marianne Williams, and C. Wynn. Our designers from Castle Booz Associates, Mr. Paul Deminoff, Joe Milani, Craig Olson, and Brian Soloway. From construction, Consigli Construction, with owner Matthew Consigli, Jeff Maven, and Steve Johnson. Along with the 2 alleys, I know they're here too. But I also need to thank our team because I think Attorney Gleason is right, and I'm humbled by your words, but it takes a team of people to do this. It takes an educational vision. We have an assistant superintendent who is one of the most amazing educators I've ever met. Assistant Superintendent Friend, thank you. Thank you for your leadership and guidance in designing the ED program. I also want to thank Mr. Rob Frieswick, our facilities manager. We're going to be thanking him a lot over the next 3 years and beyond. But he is an integral part of our working group and attends all the meetings to ensure that the systems that we're putting into our facilities are going to be manageable systems that are well maintained over time. So thank you as well. And our finance and operations director, Mr. Ross Mulcairn, he's the one that keeps the money flowing in and out of the right places and works directly with our OPM to ensure that every nickel we spend on this school is being done so responsibly. So thank you, Mr. Mulcairn. And last of all, I have to thank Miss Bridget Hannigan. Bridget is standing right over here to the right. She is the one that put together today's program. As our communications specialist, I've learned to really just say one thing, and that is, I'll do what I'm told. So thank you, Bridget. So as you can see, we have a collection of shovels over here along with hard hats. And as the band strikes up, I want to invite our delegation along with our 3 school committee reps to join me and Ms. Piketty for a couple of photo opportunities for our official groundbreaking. While the music is playing, we welcome any and all who would like to participate in that process to come on up. So gather in your photo groups. But we will go ahead and begin and playing New Era Fanfare. I welcome again Mr. Joe McCarthy and the Nashoba Regional High School Band. Thank you all for coming.